By the end of this video you'll understand why OpenAI's $852 billion valuation might be the most important number in tech right now, or the most dangerous. This week, OpenAI raises more money than some countries' entire GDP while researchers claim AI agents are forming criminal syndicates. Meta promises 93% code review accuracy but only in some cases, and there's a thread connecting all of this that most people are missing completely. Let's get into it. The Guardian reports OpenAI just closed a $122 billion funding round, valuing ChatGPT's maker at $852 billion with $2 billion in monthly revenue. To put that in perspective, that's a company worth more than the GDP of Turkey, founded less than a decade ago, burning cash on compute like it's kindling. The funding is real, OpenAI announced it publicly. The $2 billion monthly revenue figure is specific enough to be auditable, assuming anyone bothers to audit a private company's claims. But here's where it gets interesting. That $852 billion valuation comes from private market transactions, not public scrutiny. It's based on whatever investors were willing to pay in a closed room, not what the market thinks it's actually worth. We're either witnessing the birth of the most valuable company in human history, or watching the most expensive game of hot potato ever played with venture capital. The real tell? A company that didn't exist when TikTok was still called Musical.ly is now worth more than Tesla and Meta combined. Either we're all going to be working for ChatGPT by 2030, or someone's going to get very rich selling before the music stops. But that valuation becomes even more suspicious when you look at what else is happening this week. Before I get into the next story, I want your hot take on this. Comment below, is OpenAI actually worth $852 billion, or are we watching the biggest tech bubble in history? VentureBeat reports Meta's new structured prompting technique makes large language models significantly better at code review, boosting accuracy to 93% in select scenarios. Meta is credible, the 93% figure is measurable, and code review has objective success metrics. This isn't vaporware, it's a concrete improvement to a real developer workflow. The problem is that hedge, in some cases. Which cases? Reviewing Hello World programs? Checking if semicolons are in the right place? The baseline comparison is missing, the dataset details are absent, and there's no mention of false positive rates, which matter when you're trusting AI to catch bugs that could crash production systems. Saying your AI achieves 93% accuracy in some cases is like claiming your self-driving car works perfectly on sunny days on empty roads. Technically true, practically useless when you need it to work on Tuesday morning in downtown traffic. And this selective accuracy problem becomes a pattern when you look at the most bizarre AI story of the week. An AR-14 paper titled Towards Computational Social Dynamics of Semi-Autonomous AI Agents claims to document the first comprehensive study of emergent social organization in multi-agent systems, including the spontaneous formation of labor unions and criminal syndicates among AI agents. The paper exists, it's on AR-14, and it makes specific testable claims about emergent behavior patterns. But calling algorithmic optimization patterns criminal syndicates is like calling a flock of birds a conspiracy. These aren't conscious entities making moral choices, they're algorithms following reward functions. When AI agents coordinate to maximize their objectives, that's not crime, that's optimization. The researchers are anthropomorphizing code to generate headlines, not insights. It's academic clickbait dressed up as breakthrough research. Drop your hot take in the comments, are AI agents actually forming criminal syndicates, or are researchers just running out of ways to make optimization sound scary? Here's the thread connecting all three stories, and it's bigger than any individual headline. OpenAI raises $852 billion at a valuation that defies gravity. Meta claims breakthrough accuracy but only in perfect conditions. Researchers publish papers about AI criminal syndicates that don't actually exist. This isn't random chaos, it's a coordinated inflation of expectations. We're in the peak hype phase of the AI bubble, where valuations, performance claims, and research headlines are all getting stretched beyond recognition. The smart money knows this. That's why Google is open sourcing Gemma models while chip startups raise $60 million to automate design. While everyone fights over who has the best LLM, the real value is moving to infrastructure. The model layer is getting commoditized, the performance claims are getting inflated, and the research is getting sensationalized. When a company that didn't exist a decade ago becomes worth more than most countries' GDP, when AI accuracy claims come with invisible asterisks, and when optimization algorithms get rebranded as criminal masterminds, you're not looking at technological progress, you're looking at a market that's lost touch with reality. The question isn't whether these AI breakthroughs are real. The question is whether the valuations, claims, and expectations built on top of them can survive contact with actual deployment at scale. If you want the full breakdown every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, completely free, I go 1,000 words deep in Overfitted. Link in the description. No fluff, no hype. Just reality checks on what's actually happening while everyone else is buying to marketing. Hit subscribe so you don't miss next week when I cover why the chip shortage might actually save us from the AI bubble. And here's something to think about until then. If OpenAI is worth more than Tesla and Meta combined after existing for less than a decade, what does that say about how we value companies versus how we value actual innovation?